Okay, all right, g'day. My name's Rue, I'm a guitarist here in Nashville, and I want to talk today about my favorite way to practice. I'm giggling because at the end I was losing it. I was losing the groove and losing everything, and it's just funny to watch myself fall off the rails. But hey, this is so important. Honesty in practice, right? Sometimes we look at people who play online and think like, wow, that's so incredible, but it can be hard to replicate live, and it's not improvised, and it's very thought out. And while I respect that as a medium, I personally don't think I'm necessarily capable of that all the time. And I wanted to give an insight into a practice technique. So I want to show you me actually practicing, grooving and one take and just feeling it and vibing. So what I've done is I've been talking to my students recently and my friends and saying like, man, I really just love learning cool tracks, learning stuff, and then playing with the band. And I've been finding tracks. I'm like, I wish I was playing with this band. I thought, well, you know what? They might be in London or New York or Australia, whatever, but I can play along to them, or I can try and insert myself as another member of the band, right? So I have this loop, Sister Sadie by Emma Smith, and she's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful singer. But I found this cool little groove, and it's just 2 bars, 8 beats, and I'll play it for you. It's at 93 BPM in the key of A. Great, works really good. Now I am tuned to C. So, you know, I say A, it's in F, if I think about it. And sorry, I had to think about that. It's so interesting because I'm playing this new tuned guitar that I'm just reverting to what I know as a standardly tuned guitar. Hey, the reasoning behind this is I wanted something more akin to the human voice and my own personal range. So I decided to tune this down. I apologize if I make a couple mistakes in naming notes. I'm so used to the original fretboard that I'm transposing on the fly. But hey, what I've done is I found this cool little loop and I'm just practicing my stuff over it, man. I'm practicing phrasing, I'm practicing rhythm, I'm practicing trying to fit in the band, where's my spot. Maybe I'm practicing some lines like, I'll play this John Scofield line over this groove for you. And I believe this comes from Hottentot off the A Go Go album. 2, 3. Now I'll vary it and I'll make it different and try and make it own and fit in with what's going on. Now, depending on what situation you want to play in, what groove you want to play in, it's all contextual as to what you'll do. But man, I can't recommend Scofield's A Go-Go and loud jazz and all that stuff for maybe trying to find some loops or some cool things. Think of it like a sample, you know, but you're using it as a way to practice. Now, the benefits you'll gain from this are huge. A, you learn how to groove in a band. You're learning a tune, so that's cool. You can use this to play over changes. You can use this to practice lines. You can use this to practice rhythm playing. You can use it like a metronome. I'll show you some rhythm playing. Now, it wasn't perfect. I tried a lot of ideas. But here's the thing. When you're at home practicing, this is meant to be like a comfortable space to mess up. You know, practice shouldn't be perfect. I believe it's Nathan Whitney. He plays for Thomas Rhett. He's a Canadian bloke. I believe he started using honesty in practice when he would post, and he would post him practicing really difficult sequences and things like that. But he would show himself making mistakes. And I thought, that's beautiful, because we live in a world where on social media everyone has to be perfect and the greatest all the time. And I'm sure I get a lot of comments like, oh, you suck and blah, blah, but I'm not worried about it because I'm happy to progress at the level I am, which you know, is sometimes I plateau and sometimes I'm like, oh man, in the last few months this has gone crazy. And I'm just really excited to work more on the guitar. You don't have to be the best, you don't have to be a virtuoso, but having fun is it. But what I really love with this is you can get lost in a groove and really try and practice stuff. So look, it's all to say, find a loop it, and have fun. Now whether that's by yourself or finding a sample or a little programmed drum beat or something, that's fine. Ariel Posen uses kick and snare and he makes it sound like heaven. It's so groovy. So actually, here's an Ariel Posen line I used and recently, and I really enjoyed, and I'll play it over this. The variation, back to the original. Let's try and make it feel better. Nope, that's fine. Now I like that better. That's just one of many things you can do with this. Look, it's all to say, I'm encouraging everyone to practice at your own pace and the way you want. And I want everyone to have fun doing it. You know, there is no learn this, do this to get to where you want. But something I wanted to work on is my feel, my groove, and my lines. So I've been finding these loops and collecting a little library of loops that I can just play over and go to town over. And man, I'm feeling revitalized. You know, we learn so many songs, and for Nashville we learn stuff like the record, and it's really great, but sometimes I just want to imagine what it would be like if, you know, I was playing in the James Brown band as a second guitar player and I had to come up with a part that was the same every time and worked, or man, I'm improvising in a hot band with, you know, all this stuff and doing crazy bits. So look, that's my advice for today. Have fun, you know, experiment. I've got this thing tuned to C. Still getting used to it, you know? It's like the strings are huge, everything's different, but it's so much fun. For anyone curious, I'm running through a Benson preamp pedal. Chris sent that to me. Thank you, Chris. I love you. I can't wait to see you soon. Chris is one of my best friends. I'm very thankful for that. I'm running through a PV Classic 30 through my Thiel EVM 1x12 cab. I love the Classic 30. I think it's an underrated amp. I got it in a Walmart parking lot for $100. And amazing. The Benson preamp is absolutely incredible. I've never had the chance to try it before, but Chris has always told me how great it is, and I'm just amazed he believes in me enough to send me one. And I'm amazed that everyone believes in me enough to watch this and continue to watch and support my content. I'm so thankful for everyone who reaches out, who comments, who does anything. You know, I'm not the best, and I'll probably never be the best guitarist in the world or anything like that. I'd never be a virtuoso or a legend, you know. You'd probably know by now if I was going to be. But what I am is a working musician who loves this damn instrument so much and wants to share that joy with everyone. And I'm really thankful to everyone who vibes or resonates with that. And perhaps if you don't, that's fair enough, man. You know, my playing's not for everyone. My look on life is not for everyone, but I'm really stoked to be as positive as I am, and be supporting myself and my family through playing music is just, you know, if reincarnation exists in the past life, I must have been a very good boy, right? So look, I'm going to groove over this a little more. I'm going to try playing some slide over it, because I'm not the most confident or best slide player, but I'd really like to get better. So I'm going to kick on my Nordland as well, which is a Nobles style pedal. Mine's modded by Justin over at Through Tone Effects. And I'm going to lead you out on some playing, but man, I'm having the time of my life. I tell everyone this: learn songs like the record, groove with the band and have some fun. But here's a really good little lesson on what I think is the most fun way to practice. Find a loop, go to town. So with that, I have a gig tonight, 6 to 10. Mitch Carter, Tyler, Parky, and Foots. And we're at Morgan Wallen's rooftop, 6 to 10. And the band is smoking. It's really, really fun. Foots is such a great bass player, and Tyler on drums. And he's got so much funny stuff that he adds in and little ad-libs and stuff. And then Mitch is just one of my favorite fronts and one of my favorite people. I'm really fortunate and lucky to be working with this band. So hey, look, I'm excited. Everyone's excited. Crowd's going wild, all that. There's cool stuff on the way, but I wanted to start trying to give a little lesson each week. Or not even a lesson, just something that I think is a cool thing that you could practice and work on. So, Sister Sadie, Emily Smith, loop at the beginning of the organ solo. Let's have a go.